Good evening. Welcome to Light TV Main News. Today, 6th March 2026. Quote of the day: success is built on the lessons learned from failure. The headlines: President Hichilema urges youth to return, invest locally. Minister Lufuma opens ZAF Expo, launches Millimil Cell. Zesco United FC CEO Mutafu exits, Ngoma steps in. Coaches suspended. To read the news in detail, my name is Natasha Mlenga. The new Congress Party has expelled its president, Peter Chanda, over alleged constitutional breaches. Speaking during a press briefing, Vice President for Administration Daniel Nyati said the decision followed a National Executive Committee meeting on 9 February 2026. Mr. Nyati explained that Mr. Chanda allegedly made major decisions without NEC approval, including withdrawing the party from a coalition and announcing a presidential candidate for the 2026 general elections. The NEC also exposed Secretary General Jonathan Kandunda Nganga for unauthorized amendments to the party constitution. Mr. Nyati will temporarily assume the functions of party president until an extraordinary convention elects a new leader. Meanwhile, Jonathan Piri has been appointed acting Secretary General.
You may recall that our party has been undergoing a lot of eventualities. It began way back, I think that was last year, when our president announced the exit of New Congress Party from the Tonse Alliance. And that decision itself was not deliberated upon by the National Executive Committee. We tried by all means as the National Executive Committee to try to sit the president down to see how best we can resolve whatever misgivings he may have. Mr. Peter Chanda be forthwith expelled from the party under the Vice President administration. Mr. Daniel Nyati, who is myself, shall henceforth perform the functions of the party president in line with Article 4.1.3b until the next president is elected. So our party president, Pastor Peter Chanda, stands expelled from the party until the time that the party stands expelled as we speak right now. And I, as Daniel Nyati, the Vice President administration, will take over the party in terms of for administrative convenience until we elect a new president, because the president gets legitimacy from the people. So we are yet to sit as NEC and arrange for an extraordinary convention where we are going to elect a president. For now, Pastor Peter Chanda is no longer a member of New Congress Party.
The 2026 National Youth Endeavor concluded today at Mulungushi International Conference Center with President Hakainde Hichilema urging Zambian youth to return home after studies abroad and seize opportunities in education, skills development, and entrepreneurship. He stressed that education is the best investment and equalizer regardless of parental background, and emphasized that Zambia's future depends on youth innovation, energy, and active participation in national development.
Do that with confidence. I don't like people who are downcast, always complaining, whinging. Where are you whinging? Find a space. Take your space.
Government has so far trained 13,163 youth, investing 17 million kwacha in vocational and entrepreneurship programs, scholarships, and internships across ministries. Youth, Sport and Arts Minister Helvis Nkandu announced over 2,000 internships across key government offices this year, guided by the president, providing youth with hands-on experience and leadership exposure. President Hichilema urged young people to work hard, take full advantage of these opportunities, and use their skill to contribute to national growth. Minister Nkandu added that 20 youths will receive scholarships to India, 20 entrepreneurs have been awarded 100,000 kwacha each, and government is providing land for youth farming, improving school health care, and investing in sporting infrastructure to empower young Zambians.
So that our young people will be able to find space. They will be able also to participate in the growth of sport in the country. The last point that you've been looking for is access to land. Mr. President, your government again, through my ministry, we have 25,000 hectares of land in Mufumbwe. We have 1,000 hectares of land in Mpongwe. We have 5,000 hectares of land in Mporokoso. So we would want the young people to apply for these spaces.
Minister of Defense Ambrose Rufuma has officially opened the Zambia Air Force Expo and Marathon in Ndola, reaffirming government support for the Zambia Air Force. During the event, the minister also officially launched the sale of Air Force Mini Meal, priced at 220 kwacha per 25-kilogram bag. Speaking at the ceremony, Mr. Rufuma said the Zambia Air Force remains committed to upholding its core principles while strengthening partnership with the community. He noted that for 61 years, the Zambia Air Force has continued to soar not only through its own capabilities, but also with the support of the Zambian people and the international community. Meanwhile, Zambia Air Force Commander Oscar Nyoni said the institution remains focused on building a professional, responsive, and efficient force capable of saving and protecting the nation.
The Expo and Marathon also highlight the advancements in aviation technology, training excellence, engineering capability, agriculture, and our expanding footprint in national development initiatives. Besides our static and robotics display, interactive exhibition and stands reflect a force that is forward-looking, technologically adaptive, and formally embedded in the socio-economic fabric of our nation.
Our logistical capacity, there are communities that have supported our bases and personnel. A big thanks for being there for us.
The Zambia-Japan Business Forum took place today in Lusaka, bringing together business leaders from Zambia and Japan. Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry, Chupoka Mlenga, officiated as guest of honor. He said Zambia is moving from raw material exports to value addition to create industries, jobs, and revenue. He outlined a 5-step strategy: invest, produce, process, market, and sell together with private sector partners locally and internationally. The minister added that joint ventures shared skills, increased revenue, and strengthened both economic, marking a new chapter in Zambia-Japan trade relations.
We have come up with a mantra that has got 5 policies of how we want to develop ourselves. We want to partner through joint ventures with the private sector, both in Zambia and outside the country, who have the technology, the capital, and the skill to help us achieve what we want. We strongly believe that having resources, raw materials alone, is not good enough to develop the economy of our country, to create the much needed jobs for our youth population. But we need partners like yourselves from Japan to work with us. And the mantra that we have and we are working on is based on these 5 policies. 1, let us invest together. As we invest, let us produce together. As we produce, let us process together. As we process, let us market what we produce, what we process, market it together. And lastly, let us sell it together. As we do this, we are sharing in skill, we are sharing in revenue, and we are growing each other's economies collectively. For a very long time, we have produced, where it is taken, how it is sold, how it is processed, we do not know about it. We only get it to buy it in many more times the price than we processed it. But I want to thank you, colleagues, and I'm very happy that it came even from the Japanese team, that a time has come when we give value addition to the materials.
We take a set of commercials. I will be right back with more news.
Admission is now open. Are you looking for a nurturing environment that fosters academic excellence, creativity, and personal growth for your children? Look no further than Christ Life School. Our dedicated team of educators and staff are committed to providing a world-class education that prepares students for success in an ever-changing world. With a focus on holistic development, we offer a range of programs and activities that cater to the unique needs and interests of each student. Why choose Christ Life School? We have experienced and passionate teachers, state-of-the-art facilities and resources, personalized attention and support, opportunities of extracurricular activities and talent development, strong emphasis on values and character development. So there you go. Admission is now open for 2026. Enroll today. Contact +260 976 840 108 or +260 968 594 434 or send an email on christlifeschoolzm@gmail.com. Christ Life School.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. We continue with the news. Government has stepped up the fight against corruption in the health sector. Acting Health Minister Cornelius Muitwa says corruption is undermining the supply of essential medicines and no one is above the law. He met a delegation from Transparency International Zambia to discuss Zambia's performance in the 2025 Corruption Perceptions Index. The minister highlighted reforms including electronic procurement systems and the digitalization of the medical supply chain, tracking medicines and equipment from central warehouse to health facilities nationwide. TIZ Chapter President Priscilla Chansa said the meeting is part of the broader efforts to improve governance and accountability in the health sector.
Gaps in the Ministry of Health. I think the examples are many. If you go back in your history, when you're part of NAC and UPNA, you find all these issues that I'm talking about. And I think as Transparency International, we are saying, you're one of us. We want to see you walk the talk.
Are punished in real and material time in order to send a deterrent signal to would-be offenders and perpetrators that the long arm of the law now, once it reaches out to you, the justice machinery moves at very high speed to ensure that there is retribution to those who are involved in such acts of corruption. Right?
Government has confirmed that the Electoral Commission of Zambia has distributed 2,354 biometric voter registration kits across the country as part of the ongoing voter verification exercise. Acting Leader of Government Business, Jack Mwimbu, delivered the update in Parliament today, saying each ward will receive at least one kit, with a supplementary 496 kits added across districts. He said the move demonstrates the Commission's commitment to a transparent and credible electoral process, and added that there will be no further extension of the verification exercise. Mwimbu emphasized that the Commission is following a strict calendar of events ahead of the general election on 13th August 2026, ensuring a robust and credible voter registration. The voter verification exercise aims to ensure that all eligible Zambians confirm their details ahead of the polls. Copperbelt Provincial Minister Elisha Matambo has paid a courtesy call on Evaristo Chirumba, the District Commissioner of Mufulira. The minister directed all councils in the province to commission completed Constituency Development Fund projects by 31st March 2026, while projects still under construction will wait until finished. He also urged contractors to put temporary measures on the Mufulira-Mukambo road to keep it passable and assure the public that the Ndola-Sakanya-Mufulira road has 17 km completed. Work on the Mufulira-Mukambo road is already underway, and the same contractor will also handle township roads. The minister said challenges such as water supply will be addressed, emphasizing that the government under the President Hakainde Hichilema is committed to fast-tracking development across the province.
For district health management, all this long, they have been renting. Since 1995 when I came here, they have been renting from us. But some, maybe 10 years ago, even before, more than that, the previous government started building it, putting up a building, which stored for years and found.
We are about to finish all of them, including the district hospital for Mufulira. It will be completed. There are hostels at CPU, Mukuba University. They were abandoned. So we are completing all these projects.
The Minister of Mines and Minerals Development says expanding local participation in Zambia's mining supply chain will create jobs, boost economic growth, and increase value retention. Minister of Mines Paul C.C. Kabuswe made the remarks during the Rumwana Mine SME Development Program in Kalumbira District, where he toured SME stands and observed a cutting machine used by Mtanda Textile Company to produce protective wear for machine workers. The program trains and supports local businesses, helping them to participate fully in the mining supply chain and contributes to Zambia's industrial and economic growth.
Phase 1 of the Business Accelerator Program demonstrated the potential that exists within our communities. Phase 2, 150 SMEs will undergo advanced business development training, greater alignment with expansion-linked opportunities, strengthen governance, safety, financial systems, and technical competence.
The investor expanding our investment, and as I'm talking, honorable minister, the lifespan of this mine has been extended.
Because of the 3 million tons protection, Rwanda is expanding. The consequence of it, houses are being built. Thousands of them.
Two former officials at Namwala Town Council have been sentenced to 18 months imprisonment with hard labor after the Namwala subordinate court found them guilty of corruption in a borehole rehabilitation contract in Namwala district. The Anti-Corruption Commission says 37-year-old Arthur Tore, former Director of Works, and 43-year-old Kennedy Chifokolo, former Water and Sanitation Coordinator, were convicted on 4 counts, including making unauthorized documents, corrupt acquisition of public property, and conflict of interest. Court records show that between May and July 2020, the officials signed an agreement with Giteco Rock Rollers Limited to rehabilitate 28 boreholes valued at about 294,000 kwacha and facilitated an advance payment of over 220,000 kwacha without proper service delivery. Resident Magistrate Masauso Chimtamvu delivered the sentence effective 27th February 2026, while a third accused accountant, Olis Simkombo, was acquitted. The Anti-Corruption Commission urges the public to report any suspected misuse of public funds. We take another set of commercials. Join me on the other side with sports and international news. Stay tuned.
Mona, you have any condemned funicari ones that are open.
As far as relationship is concerned, you are saying the two of us are responsible.
People can be married, but topic yandalama nyankunkala kwa yetu. Nizi men talk. Notisho kwamba kutenga chintu sonda ichi chifunika umu ichi yai.
Why should a man be involved in the home budgeting? Welcome once again. I am your host, Pishon Musampwa.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. We continue with sports and international news. In sports news, Zesco United Football Club has announced major changes at the top of its management and coaching staff. The club's chief executive officer, Kelvin Mtafu, has been relieved of his duties with immediate effect following an unsuccessful probationary period. James Ngoma has been appointed as acting CEO. On the technical side, head coach Emmanuel Suwale and first assistant coach Clive Achilensa have been temporarily suspended. The club says this follows a review of the team's performance and technical setup. During this period, the technical bench will be led by Winston Kalengo, Mwape Mwelwa, Jacob Banda, Emmanuel Chili, and Kondwani Ntonga. Zesco United thanked Mtamfu for his service and assured fans that these decisions aim to strengthen the club's performance and uphold its values. The club appeals to supporters for patience and continued backing during this transition. In international news, communities around the world are gearing up for International Women's Day 2026, celebrated annually on 18th March with a focus on gender equality and women's empowerment. Global Invest include a major webinar on women's political participation aimed at promoting leadership opportunities and increasing the representation of women in government and decision-making bodies. The theme for this year is Give to Gain, encourages individuals, organizations, and governments to invest in women's skills, education, and economic opportunities, creating for society as a whole. Across countries, activities include panel discussion, mentorship programs, awards, and advocacy campaigns designed to spotlight achievements of women and highlight challenges that remain. Organizers say these celebrations serve as a reminder of the critical role women play in social, economic, and political development, and call for continued collaboration to achieve gender parity worldwide. That note brings us to the end of the main news, but before we go, a recap of the headlines. President Hichilema urges youth to return, invest locally. Minister Lufuma opens ZAF Expo, launches Millimil Cell. Zesco United FC CEO Mutafu exits, Ngoma steps in, coaches suspended. Thank you for tuning in. Stay inspired.